Good morning. Join me for a training session here at the studio. I'm just going to do some different pole stuff. I woke up really early this morning. I think it's because it's so warm right now. And I was teaching a bunch of classes yesterday and it was just slippery city. Like it's been like 29 degrees and so moist. So hopefully a little bit of an early training before the sunshine hits through our giant windows here is gonna work a little better. Let's see. So when I warm up myself for my own workouts, it's really like, it really varies like how much warm up I do. It really depends on the day and the tricks that I'm gonna be doing. I'm not gonna be doing anything like crazy flexible today. So I think I'm just gonna do like a 10-minute warm up or something. And then I just really like, I just always start with these because it's so nice to just get a little push in, get the body moving, stretch. I mean, I've been awake for 2 hours, but doesn't mean that I'm fully awake. So slowly getting a little start on the day. Crack. I can already feel now that it's gonna be so warm in here today, but luckily we have the AC. I think, or I don't think, I know I'm gonna be working on the ending of a static rotation combo that I created yesterday. Sometimes I just get like an idea and I just have to try it out. So I did that yesterday and I think it turned out really nice. Talked a little bit about it with a fellow poler. He gave me also some really nice pointers. So I'm really gonna try to do that today. Or like I created some of the combo yesterday, but I still think when I was in a position, sometimes I like to just go on the pole in a certain position. So yesterday that was the ballerina. And then just sit there and just try to see which legs can I move, which arms can I move, which direction. Yeah, where can the body go from here? And that's such a nice exercise. I'm gonna take you on that journey with me. When I'm a little lazy for my warm-ups, and I really like just laying down and doing whatever I can with my legs. Makes it feel a little less hard. I also want to work on my straddle today because I've actually, even though I've been poling for like 10, almost 11 years in November, then the straddle has always been quite hard for me. It's also like a lot happens in the straddle, so I really get that beginners are frustrated with it sometimes. And I've been really frustrated with my straddle too, actually for many years. But I've also personally, like I teach it, but I don't really put a lot of conscious effort into it myself. And there's a girl here at the studio, she just has the most beautiful straddles. And I've been so focused on my upper body in my straddle, like focusing on the pull and the activation, that I've forgotten a lot about my hip. And then I asked her about it the other day and she just gave me some awesome pointers and I feel like that really worked. So I want to try to really drill down on that today. It was so nice. And it just shows that it doesn't matter how far you are in your pole journey, there's always going to be things that we're better at than others, but also it's just so beneficial to get help and to like train with others and do other classes and so on. I really have to focus more on my left side because I've been training a lot the past few weeks and I can just feel like I have an old shoulder injury and sometimes I can just feel that it's getting angry, but also when I teach on my right side, and when I train on my right side. I try to do the other side, but let's be honest, we don't do it as much as we would like to. And so I've been challenging myself the past week. So when I've been teaching like lower level classes, the basic things I've been teaching on my less good side, on my left side, it's been good. And it really helps. my latest obsession when teaching is to do this in the warm-up and also doing it myself. Just really lifting up and just trying to reach. It's really hard. And then coming back. Whew, just one. Tough. Extend, lift, and back. My shoulders are burning. And then bounces. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof. Nice. My left knee, my left knee has just been cracking like crazy lately. Don't know, but it doesn't hurt. So I'm very thankful that I have a lot of friends who are physios, like physiotherapists. Always good to have a hotline and be like, my body's making a weird noise. Is it okay? They can be like, you're fine, or often they're like, Saskia, you need to get some rest. Rest is not fun, but we should rest sometimes. Which is why I'm not training all weekend, at least that's the plan so far. It's gonna be nice weather. I'm gonna be in the sun, maybe go swimming. So all of these things that I'm saying about the straddle is not to like super discourage you if you are currently learning the straddle, but because you can do it in so many different ways and like bend your knees, and we can do it with rotations, with more speed on. It's especially on spin that I find it extra hard, and it doesn't mean that it's unobtainable or anything, but it's just also nice to be aware that it is a hard exercise. And my point with this is that you shouldn't beat yourself up for having a hard time with it, because it is really hard, and there are some great resources like both here on YouTube, maybe I can find the video and link you to it, and on Instagram, with some videos showing which muscles we use when we do the straddle. And it's literally the whole body, so it's very complicated. And what I've been focusing so much on is like the pull and the activation, and when we straddle with the pull here, then we can really lift the body and come into the straddle, right? And back down. And if we don't have this activation, so I'm in my straddle, and if I drop this activation, I'm gonna drop the activation. So a huge part in getting my legs up to the pole, a huge part in getting my legs up there, and my hip up there, the booty, which is often the heavy part to get up there, the pull is so important. And I just haven't been focusing that much on the hip, and what I can find being hard sometimes is actually going straight from a straddle to an outside knee hook, like an outside straddle, outside leg hang, where I tend to do this. Did you notice? Like, bonk. And then you have to like get into it like that. So I've been really thinking like, I'm pulling. Why is it still so hard for me? Why do I? Because I have the strength, so I'm like just brute forcing it without really thinking about the last technique of the hip. And then what she said, my friend, was to really focus on pushing the hip forwards also, which is funny because that's what I teach the beginners when they go upside down, not in a straddle, but just regularly, right? I don't know, it was just not in my own technique. And also, like, sometimes we can teach different things, but then forget the technique ourselves, right? So I'm really gonna focus on that today. Stay hydrated, especially when it's this warm. I hope that's recording. Yesterday I did like a full combo and it was so nice, and I wasn't recording, and then I was so slippery afterwards. Yesterday was a chaotic filming day. I also filmed a different combo and ended up looking like this because I was centering the pole on because I was centering the camera on the wrong pole. It was recording, good. So now I'm gonna try again the pull, and I'm gonna push my hip more up so that I can get my leg up and over and hook softly with no bam. Still a little bit of bam. I need some grip. Hip, 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 hip. Okay, here, up and hook, over, down. I think that was nice, slow and controlled. All right, one more time. It's fun getting a little nerdy with straddles. I stopped my sentence there because it's not fun. Honestly, I have the patience of a toddler sometimes, and like being nerdy with details like this is not fun to me. But I do want to learn it, and I know it's a good thing to do, and I want my straddles to look nicer. Let's try. Yeah, I think I just really need to be more slow and controlled, which I haven't been for a while. Handstand. Whee. That's like my favorite exit from everything. Just down in a handstand and bloop. One day I'm gonna learn to like do a freestanding handstand. I can walk sometimes, some days, if I'm lucky, but like, there's no control. I'm just waddling. I'm just strong. There's no technique. I'm gonna try and spin. See if I can do the same thing, because that's my main struggle. Straddle inverting on spin with a nice hook without bonk. And see if I can move the camera up somehow. I don't know. So filming, usually I film in like social media mode, I guess. I never know which one is 9:16 and which one's 16:9, but now for this other format, you can't see the entire pole. The poles are tall. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Can't zoom more out, because then you're not gonna be able to see me. Well, you're gonna be able to see me, but then the video quality, because I'm only filming this on my phone, right? I don't have a proper camera yet. I'm thinking if I had a proper camera, I'm gonna get that someday, but that stuff's expensive. And I can move the camera just like back. Back. Then you can see the entire pole, and then I can just zoom. But if I zoom while filming on the phone, like, or take it far away and then zoom, like when I'm editing, it's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna put it up on, I'm gonna put the camera up on even more yoga blocks and hope that it doesn't fall. Like I just dropped them. Is this a good setup? I don't think so. I do have my phone on this little tripod thing. I actually have a much better, nicer tripod that I can like put on a pole, but I forgot it at a friend's place. So we're gonna try this. Pray for me and the blocks. Okay, wet hands, I can just feel it already. Grip. Dry. Okay. Think. I'm gonna spin forwards. Yeah. What I do when I'm just gonna try. Yeah, my hand got stuck, but okay. Okay. I think that was better. Maybe I need to keep my leg extended a little bit more. Just gonna see what it looked like. You know what? I'm not mad about it. That was actually a really nice straddle. Yeah, a little proud of myself. Because usually it's very like like bonk, 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 bonk. I think this is one of the nicest straddles that I've ever done. So shout out to Anna for helping me with the straddle. I think I need to keep my leg extended just a little bit more. Let's see. That's so hard. That's so nice. Really proud of myself. So, being nerdy with straddles, do we like that? So one thing is of course the pull, and now I'm just really, when I'm here and I'm doing the pull, what I didn't do before was push the hip closer and then up and over, connecting with the knee pit and then getting into the position. So that's the main difference actually. More focus on the hip, getting that leg up and over, only closing when you feel the pole in the knee pit. Pole's back on static, so I can work a bit on that static rotations combo. This is the static rotation combo that I've been working on lately. I'm really in love with this type of rotation and anything that ends up in a ballerina position. I've really been trying to figure out where to go from here, so I was trying a little bit to get into the shy bendy, but finding the right position has been hard. Especially when you come up from the height that I do, it's really about figuring out how much space do I have left and how high do I need to start. When I don't know where to go on a combo, I really like to just position myself in the last position that I was in and then trying to explore where to go, like up, down. And here I just got really frustrated that I didn't have enough space because my knee grip was so good. Kept trying and trying, and in the end I ended up here. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you like this type of videos, because again, I'm really new to this whole YouTube game. So drop a comment, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? Do you do pole? How long have you done it? And yeah, have a wonderful day. And a little reminder, in this very warm weather, it's not to drink water because you know that, but be nice to yourself when you pole, because actually sticking to the pole is so tough. Take more breaks, focus on quality over quantity. Let the sweat dry in between your attempts at the combo, because dried sweat is like the best grip.